good to see you again. I hope you've been practicing your fighting, because this year of 1066 is turning out to be quite the year. Let's look at everything that's happened so far. All the problems seem to start when the old King of England, Edward the Confessor, died. Now, unfortunately for him, he had no children, so who was going to become king next? Well, he solved the problem by naming his successor. Unfortunately, they then caused another problem by naming another person and another person. So let's look. There are 4 people who all think they should be King of England. The first one, Harold Godwinson. He is an Anglo-Saxon noble. Then there's 2, William, the Duke of Normandy. Good man, and the one who pays me. Then, of course, there is 3. Now, this person is a Viking, and his name is Harold Hardrada. And then the last one, 4. This person is the great-nephew of Edward the Confessor, and his name is Edgar the Eighthling. However, he's just a boy, so let's not worry about him. So let's just look at the other 3. Well, all those people are strong, fighting men. And so they've decided to take the crown by force, which is why it's important you know how to fight. So I taught you how to look strong, how to stand on a battlefield. Well, let's look at a battlefield. Here, I'm stood on a hill, just like at the Battle of Hastings. The best place to be on that hill is at the very top, so you can look down on your enemy. We were at the bottom of the hill. So let's look a little closer at how that battle actually took place. Let's imagine this little hill is our battlefield. Now, by the time we Normans arrived in England, half the job was already done for us, because Harold Godwinson had marched north to fight Harold Hardrada, and at the Battle of Stamford Bridge, Hardrada died. Then Harold Godwinson marched his army all the way south to come and meet us. Unfortunately, he got the best spot by putting his army at the top of the hill, looking down towards us. Now, you see, one long straight line. At the Battle of Hastings, this straight line was about 3/4 of a mile wide and 7 rows of people deep. And they were all locking their shields together to stop us getting through. We couldn't go around because this was swampland, so we had to go straight up the hill. But we had 3 different types of soldier. We lined them up, one behind the other. The front row, they are all archers, shooting arrows up toward the enemy. But unfortunately, they were so far away at the bottom of the hill that our arrows weren't doing much damage. So then, the second row, infantry soldiers on foot, ready to charge up this hill and break their way through that wall. Unfortunately, they couldn't seem to get through the wall either. So, we're left with the third line. Now this was scary for the Anglo-Saxons, because these were all of our horses and knights ready to ride forward and break through that wall like a hammer hitting a pane of glass. Unfortunately, a horse won't run into a wall, and so nothing we had could get through that wall. We needed something else. A trick. Or at least we think it was a trick. We don't really know. It doesn't really matter, because some people on our side thought that William had died and decided they weren't going to fight anymore. They were going home. Why risk their lives if there was nothing in it for them? And so they turned around, started running back down the hill, gave up fighting. And when they did that, some of the Anglo-Saxons came forward from their wall that had kept us out and started chasing us down the hill. As soon as that happened, someone rode forward on their horse from our lines, took off their helmet, and shouted, "I'm alive!" Who was it? William, Duke of Normandy. So our men all got inspired to fight once more. We turned around, and there was a gap in their wall. We charged forward and broke through the line. We got through that wall. We managed to fight them to the very bitter end. So Harold Godwinson is dead. No one even really knows how he died. Some people are saying he got an arrow in the eye. There's another story, however, that 4 mercenary knights hacked him to pieces. I personally really like that version, because I'm a mercenary. That means someone who's paid to fight for one side or the other. I'm only a Norman because they pay me the most. If I was actually from Normandy, I'd have cut my hair short and shaved off my beard, just like those silly people. I don't really like that version. But the Anglo-Saxons didn't pay me more money. The Vikings didn't pay me more money. And Edgar the Eighthling didn't pay me more money. But I could have been fighting for any one of them. Who would you have fought for? Maybe it would have made the difference. Tell me. Because I'm sure this isn't over yet. There's still more to come.